Hey Leonard, how's it going? This is Josh Davis. I met you, it was maybe a month or two ago. I went to the Extreme Business Builders BNI meetings. One day I was a guest there. It was like a morning, session, and I know that I had briefly talked to you, and you given me your information, and I wanted to kind of touch base with you a little bit. I do search engine optimization, and I'm a part of the BNI St. Clair County chapter. And so, if ever you want to come and visit our chapter, we meet on Thursdays at 11 a.m. At the American Legion in O'Fallon. And so, if you ever want to stop by, let me know. I'll put you in, and we can have you come through because we do not currently have an HVAC person in our chapter. And it'd be great for you to, chat about, what you do. And so, on another note, I know that Keith Thorne does your website design work, or I'm not sure if he's still doing it. The only reason why I know that he's involved is because he's got a link down here to his website. It doesn't say, I visited your guys' chapter because you didn't have an SEO specialist there. You had a web design specialist there, which is Keith Thorne, and I am, in a different category, right? I'm an SEO person, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. So what I do is I make websites rank. I make it so that they're able to be put in front of people on the first page of Google, right? That's what I do. If somebody searches for HVAC Edwardsville, Illinois, right now currently there's another guy that comes up, and it's Garwood's Heating and Cooling Company. Right now, they're the first ones to come up. To be honest, I could definitely outrank them. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but they are ranking pretty high. They've got a lot of content. They've got a lot of words, right? Google likes that. Your website, you just have a single page. This is just a straight up landing page. It's not the end of the world. Your phone number is not a click to call, which needs to be changed. Because Google doesn't like that whenever you have phone numbers that are not click to call. And then, you need more content. I mean, it's a big part of ranking factors. People aren't generally going to read all of the words, but, Google does. And that's how they figure out, what to classify you as. Right? If we go into the code of your page, for example, Leonard's Heating and Cooling, your H1 tag tells Google what this page is primarily about, right? That's why we build separate pages for different topics, so that we can tell Google what we're all about. And your H1 tag, what Google says you are and about is your contact us. That's your H1 tag. And that tells Google that is what you do, is contact us, right? Ideally, right, you would put in there like HVAC, if you operate primarily out of Edwardsville or in Edwardsville, you would, put HVAC Edwardsville, Illinois in there, right? For example, Garwood's Heating and Cooling, their H1 tag for their homepage, because they operate primarily out of Edwardsville, Illinois, as far as I can tell. If I go to their source code and find their H1 tag, they're serving Edwardsville. Their H1 tag could actually be better anyways, too. I would change it if it was me. But either way, I use a tool, and it's called a HRES. And what that does is it tells me the health and well-being of the website. So your website has a domain rating, which is a health score from 0 to 100 of a 0. You've got one referring domain, which is like giving you power, just one. And then you've got 3 keywords that Google has decided to index you for, and you're getting about one person coming to your website on average per month. This is monthly traffic, and it's my job as a search engine optimization person to drive that traffic up. If I can drive that traffic up, I potentially can drive up phone calls. That's the idea. So your keywords that you have on your site are as follows. Leonard HVAC, which there's 20 people that look for that on average, but that's a global keyword. There are actually other Leonard HVAC companies across the country. So I can't guarantee that's all for Edwardsville. Leonard Heating and Air, same. That's a nationwide keyword, and there are other Leonard's Heating and Air across the country. Leonards.com, that's not really applicable to you, right? So nothing on your website is telling Google, you don't have content on here that's telling them as far as, like what it is that you do, right? This Leonard's Heating and Cooling is good, but this is not telling them Leonard's Heating and Cooling in Edwardsville, Illinois, right? It's just a generic statement here. And it's also at the top of your page and not considered an H1 tag. And so you're not sending the right signals to Google to essentially rank for the keywords that are important. And so why do you need this? It's because you can use this asset that you have to generate leads, to generate calls. I'm a home repair company, for example, that if you type in handyman, Belleville, Illinois, right, my page shows up here. Yeah, Metro East Home Repair, handyman, right? If you call that number, it's mine. This is my listing. Scroll down, and I think that's not me. I might not be on the first page at this time, but either way, I'm working on it, right? But at least I'm in the top in here, right? And so, it's one of those things where it's important that you're being recognized for the type of work that you do, right? Metro East Home Repair is a home repair company that's, does handyman work, right? And so if somebody types in handyman Belleville, Illinois, they'll call that number and boom, a lead. There's a lead. That generates about 3 or 4 jobs a day on average. Some of them aren't super high paying jobs, but hey, it is what it is. And so back to what you're doing here, right? If Garwood is in the business here and they've got, let's see, this is their page. They've got 55 referring domains to your one referring domain, right? And then they've got 266 keywords to your 3 keywords. And they have 71 people coming to their page per month on average to your 1 person coming to your page, right? And these guys are #1 hitters in HVAC for HVAC Edwardsville, Illinois. And so some of their keywords, right, include Illinois furnace repair, not super important, Garwood Heating and Cooling, HVAC Edwardsville, Illinois. That's heating and cooling Edwardsville, Illinois. These 2 keywords need to be yours, right? Right now they're ranking #1 for it. On average, there's 50 people that look for that keyword, 20 people that look for heating and cooling Edwardsville, Illinois, right? And so it's important. There's, HVAC Collinsville, Illinois, right? We can go through here and find all of the keywords that are applicable to you and, make it so that you rank for those keywords. And, essentially that's what I do. That's how I bring value. I make it so that your traffic increases and potentially the amount of calls that you get goes up as well. And so if you want to have more of a conversation, you want to chat, talk on the phone or do Zoom, if you want to find out more information, we can do that. Other than that, let me know if you want to work on trying to grow your leads through your website. So thanks.